This one's from Doug, and he didn't give me his address. He says, my name is Doug Cockler. I am 45 years old, fly fishing, metal, and video games. Collection of 300-plus games, every system. Love your show. It is great to listen to mature guys talking about gaming. We're not really mature, though.
Who's that?
It is nice to know that there are adults out there that are into gaming that are not loser nerd bait. Anyway, my nephew is in a band. This is the guy that sent us the music. Oh, okay. All right. That's why I still kept it. And he also listed off his games. No, because
fuck this.
No. I erase any emails that don't come with an address, and his didn't come with an address.
But he sent the music.
So I was thinking, why the hell did I keep this? And all right, so now I understand. This one's from Jason from Spring Valley, California. It says, hey guys, I really love the show. You guys should get rid of that $10 GoDaddy hosting bullshit. I would like to donate to the show, but one of you said we can't since VGN Radio is corporate or something. If I win anything, I want those cool headphones. Keep up the good work. Right. You can't donate, but if you want to buy an archive CD, that's called a donation.
Donations are wrong, but gifts
www.vgnradio.com. And, and you can get into our big mega giveaway. At some point, we might have an Xbox 360 listed on there.
Might as well just give away a Big Mac, because it has an iPhone.
You get a chance to win.
It can't take 6 weeks to deliver anything, so I'm sure it'll be delicious. It'll be just like any other Big Mac. Yeah. We won't know what's the difference. God damn, it looks the same.
This one's from Justin from Fort Francis, Ontario, Canada. He says, hey guys, love the show. Keep up the great work. One thing that I believe about the hot coffee mod from Grand Theft Auto shouldn't be pinned on Rockstar or Take-Two, because most games have extra things built into them that are there because they either didn't have the time to remove it or whatever. But this should really be pinned on the person who created the mod to hack into the game and prosecute them instead of the publishers. What do you all think? Another question that probably has been answered, but I cannot recall the answer. But why do you all refer to yourselves as Undead from Cleveland? All right, everybody has to drink. That's the rule. Anybody that makes fun of Undead from Cleveland, you got to drink.
Yep.
So just finish off whatever beverage you have.
I got a cup of coffee. I'm not going to drink it. My mouth will explode.
It's the rule.
Crazy.
The question of the week: I've bought about 8 games since January 2005. Yeah, but anyway, the whole Rockstar thing, the deal is with the Rockstar.
I really don't care, to be honest.
But the deal is
I think it's kind of rock and roll that they were able to pull the shit off. But, but it is kind of fucked that, it's going to kind of screw things up.
But see,
for all those people that want to ride in politically, on the anti-video game coattails, look at what Rockstar did. And Rockstar's like, yeah, look what we did, man.
Well, that's exactly what it's all about. It's not, because Rockstar did it on purpose. The idea that they said, oh, well, you know what, maybe we shouldn't release this part of the game because it's too risky. No, because there's a whole development process that goes on. It's not like it appeared out of nowhere. They all sat down at meeting rooms and tables.
These guys like each other. Look at that shit.
Well, and they drew stuff on the board, and it says, we're going to make a fucking game in our video game. I mean, somebody would have immediately said, what? That the ESRB is not going to let us, well... I mean, that didn't happen. They did it on purpose. So
we'll just hide it.
Yeah, and then we'll just hide it with one bit that can easily be changed, and we'll release it later. No, trust me, they did that shit on purpose. Yeah. But I don't know that for sure. Just so I don't get sued, I don't know that for sure. But
their games are so wildfire now, man. You know that next Grand Theft Auto is just going to be like... no matter what happens in the outcome, these guys are going to, make money hand over fist, and, you guys are out of business. Yeah, that's okay, man. Thanks.
I mean, has it hurt their sales? We've read the charts now 2 weeks in a row, and all the games are, booming in the top 10. Yeah. So, obviously...
it worked.
It completely worked.
Exactly what it was. I love the good shenanigans. I was a little disappointed with them when I hung you. Why'd you guys do that? But after reflection, I got to say, I think that's pretty cool.
All right, this guy is Scott from Elko, Nevada. He says, hey, guys, for the sake of the drinking game, Undead from Cleveland bites. All right, everybody has to drink. So if you bought a new drink, there you go. Anyway, in the last year, I have hardly bought any games for my PS2. Like most of your listeners, I am cheap. I think, we'll probably get Alcoholics Anonymous writing into us.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't say alcohol. It has to be whatever drinks in front of you. We said Mountain Dew. But, people want to call us and cry anyway.
Yeah, people want to write in and cry about whatever they...
You guys are being mean. Yeah, we know.
Guys are mean. I think I have only bought 2 games, and they were both on greatest hits. I think I might buy the Nancy Drew game, thus adding to the reason why it's number 1. Because I want to see why it is number 1. Star Force.
The thing of it is, nobody's ever called us in that has watched that game, so who knows? You'll watch it, and that's it. You're gone.
I feel like I'm not doing my job by not playing the Nancy Drew game. So I honestly went to Walmart.
You'll play it, and then your phone will ring, and you'll hear 7 days left.
I went to Walmart and looked for it because I said I'd just pick it up and then give it away or something, but they didn't have it. So maybe they were sold out.
It's that popular, man. Those guys are probably guys at Game Shack and stuff are probably sitting all bewildered, looking like, dude, who knew?
You got Halo 2. Are you sure you don't want?
I had 2 copies, and 50 people came in fighting over them. You know.
This one is from. Wait a minute. Oh, Chad. He didn't put it by his address. From Ferntree Gully, Victoria, Australia. He says,
wow.
G'day from Melbourne. Love your show. It's my favorite podcast by far. I felt I had to write in this week because the other bloke last week said he was your only Australian fan. This is, of course, crap, and I'm sure other Aussies will be writing to you this week as well. Better watch out.
Especially after what we said about the police force.
Yeah, you better watch out because they're going to arrest you because this is probably banned in Australia. I bet there are lots of us down here in Upside Down Land. Regarding this week's question, the answer would be a big fat 0. Although I've bought 3 educational games for the kids in the last year, games here average around 100 Australian dollars new. We get ripped off, so I usually rent when I can.
So he doesn't even know what they call their money.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, what the hell do they call their money in Australia? And it's just, I have no idea.
Australian dollars.
Australian dollar, that's a mouthful.
Australian dollars.
Aussie buck?
About the sex thing with Rockstar Games, they did it to a lesser extent with Max Payne 2, where if you knew how, you could pan the camera into the bathroom to see Mona, Max's love interest and all-round babe, completely nude in the shower. You could also play as nude Mona, which was great for a laugh. No guns, just 2 deadly weapons. Seems these guys can't help themselves. Anyway, keep up the good work. I think there's a difference, though, between nudity. I mean, maybe not in Australia. But I think there's a difference between nudity and sex in a game.
That's what I don't get, man. I was looking at all those nude beaches and stuff. You'd think they'd be, like, pretty laid back about it. They seem like really laid back people. You know, when I was there, they were all pretty mellow. They made Don look like a crack addict, you know.
That's right. Hey, wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean?
This one's from Kerry from East Sussex, England. Or Hove, East Sussex. I don't know if they have counties or something. I don't know how it all works. But anyway, he goes, hi, good show. You introduced me to podcasting. I did. It sucks balls you're not on the iTunes list anymore because your show rocks.
We're not on the iTunes list anymore?
I guess maybe we fell off of England's. I don't know. We are pretty low on the national list. Because you know what it is? It's not... Adam Curry came out and said that it's not how many people are listening, it's how many new subscribers you have on the top 100. So we're still on there. Last I checked, anyway. But we got as low as 95. But we're back to like 80-something. Anyway, he goes, I listen to your... so everybody go out and subscribe, quick! I listen to your show from England and just can't stop having my girlfriend laugh at me as she checks out my iPod and sees video game news on there. A hot dog is about 1 to 2 pounds, but video games are about 30 pounds. Oreos are half a pound. In the last year, I've only really bought Final Fantasy X2 and Half-Life 2 because they were cheap as chips. I remembered the question from last week about old games and new systems and thought of the classic side-scroller Streets of Rage. That game kicked ass. Love the show. Can't wait to hear it every week.
I remember Streets of Rage. That was pretty good.
I loved all those beat-em-up games, man.
Yeah.
Anything where you just, like, put in money and just walked across the screen and just punch guys for, like, 10 minutes. I don't know.
They come from behind you. They come from in front of you.
You pick up the pipe and just swing it at them or whatever.
Yes.
And then,
how could you not like that?
It's great. I totally love it. It was fun as hell. This one's from Adam from Nixa, Missouri. He says, I purchased about 20 games for the Xbox and 4 for the PC in the last year. I also purchased a PSP and have 4 games for it. I bought another 5 games for the PS2 and GameCube, but since sold both of those systems, a total of about 33 games. Boy, everybody I've read's kind of upset the average, but there was a lot of guys who wrote in that said none. The last year or so, my gaming has dropped off a ton. I used to buy way more games than I would ever end up playing. I managed to build a library of 75 Dreamcast games in the year or so that thing was around. I think you could get that's because you could get all the Dreamcast games for like $20. Because nobody was buying them.
They're about 50 cents a piece at the exchange.
Right.
And I still haven't bought them.
He goes, now I spend most of my time playing this MMORPG called Real Life. I've got this new character I call my son, so I spend most of my time leveling him. He will be 2 years old next week, August 5th. By the way, tell Don I've got a couple Sabotage tapes, yes, cassettes you can have. They are only 20 years old or so. Keep up the good work.
Bring them all.
Thanks for the gray hair, dude. Thanks for reminding us just how old we are.
It was a while ago.
20 years, man.
God. 17. I remember.